Hello everyone and welcome to my studio. My name is Stephen Lemon and I have not posted a video in so dang long. I haven't fallen off the face of the earth, so if you're new around here and you're getting that notification and it's been a long time, it's not that YouTube hates me, it's not that I hate you, it's just that I haven't posted a video in a very long time. Today on the video, we're going to do an unboxing of this little bugger that I picked up a while ago. Sorry, it's a little dusty, from a job that I did. So let me explain how I run my video production. So I have bills that I have to pay. I have small things that I have to take care of, like hotel room, a rental car, maybe a piece of gear that I have to rent for a job. The remainder of that, beyond anything else, goes directly to reinvestment. Gear that I can use to shoot better videos. That's correct. So today we are going to unbox something from Edelkrone. I'm going to tell you what it is in a moment, but before I do, I just want to highlight something that's maybe fairly interesting to you because it's interesting to me. We're shooting a unboxing of an Edelkrone product while I'm shooting this video using Edelkrone product. Okay, I'm kind of an Edelkrone fan, and let me explain why. My camera right there that you're looking at me in is panning this way, I should say, sliding back and forth and tilting all at the same time, autonomously, over and over and over again, giving you that nice little parallax in my studio here. It gives the element of me having a camera operator behind you when literally you couldn't fit a piece of paper behind the camera because the desk is right there. It's literally that close. So I have such small areas to work in. I have such limited manpower in order to do things that things like this mean huge opportunity for me. So I am gonna now go into the unboxing of this. I'm going to tell you what it is as we open it, but just a quick note, this is just an unboxing video. I will give you my thoughts on the Edelkrone product and maybe some product shots of it actually in action in the next video. So this is just gonna be unboxing what the experience is like when you get something from Edelkrone, which I have never been disappointed with. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's get started. That was totally anticlimactic. So let's go ahead and open this puppy up. Nice, good old-fashioned unboxing. Do you ever get nervous doing that, putting your knife in a new product like this? I do all the time. Probably shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna need that in a minute. So let's open this bad boy up. As always, get the air pouches. See that little bad boy? Throw that over here. Another one, and yet another one. Nice. Let's go ahead and throw that on the ground. I should probably not have done that either. So we have mixed parts. Nice little heavy box here. Very heavy, actually. This package, when it came in, my wife was not very happy with how heavy the box was. This is the JibOne. It's a little on the heavy side. Not too bad. This is much heavier, actually. The little box. Let me set this down and pick this up, and we'll come back to here. So my question always is this: should I open the beautiful packaged thing from Edelkrone first, this guy right here? Oh, so dusty. Or should I open this guy first? What do you think? Well, you can't really respond. Comment below and tell me if I did it the way you wanted me to do it. I'm gonna open up the JibOne second. First, I'm gonna open up the accessories. What are we getting here? I swear this does feel like 200 pounds. Maybe not 200. Maybe I need to do more curls or something. All right, this is the shutter cable for the Canon, which I needed one for the EOS R. This is the, I don't even actually know yet. One of the things about the way that Edelkrone packages stuff is their boxes are black and then they've got a matte, it's like a matte black and then a shiny black text on the side. So that says counterweight, if you can't tell. That other box was just too darn small. This is a counterweight and this is a counterweight. Now, the reason why they send you 3 counterweights is because you're able to use each one of these counterweights to offset a different amount of weight from the camera on the actual JibOne. Now, for work, I also have the Plus, which is the pan and tilt. That's a little bit more expensive than this option here, which is 2 head ones. And when you use that, it's fairly heavy with your EOS R or your 6D Mark II or whatever camera you're using. So you might need more of the counterweight. So let's go ahead and crack into one of these bad boys and see what the counterweights look like. Very anticlimactic. I know it's counterweight. It's nothing exciting, but it actually is, and let me explain why. Edelkrone does an amazing job with their manufacturing processes. I work in manufacturing and distribution actually for my day job, and so I know a good product when I see one, and this is a ground finish. So this is actually ground on a milling machine, so it's tight tolerances. This is milled. This is all CNC cut, so it's very good finish, very nice product. Everything I ever get from Edelkrone is just super, dare I say, sexy if you're a camera fan. And so I'm gonna peel off a couple of these stickers here, just because I don't like them hanging out. This is the manufacturer sticker that they have to have on by law. And then this is the goop left over that none of us like to deal with, that I'm gonna hide from the camera. That is not coming off very well, which I will get off later with some Goo Gone. So if you look at the counterweight here, what you're gonna find is that this is a notch here, same notch here, thread here, pads here so that it's not clanking around. And then this is a thumb screw that you'll lock into the JibOne itself. And if you needed to add more weight, you can just bolt on 3 of these. You can bolt on more than that, I do believe. You can order these from Edelkrone, but that is some hefty weight. It's a pretty piece of metal. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of that. The other thing I'll talk about with the way that Edelkrone does things is they give you these small little instruction cards, which is nice because you can throw these inside of your bag and you'll always have that to refer to. And oftentimes, especially when you get something like inside of this one, you'll see a QR code. And so if you ever forget or need instructions on how to do something, you can always just, let me straighten out my cloth here. You can always just QR scan that, go out to the internet and get the instructions on something that you needed to fix or look at or understand. So there is the counterweight. And this one here, I believe, oh, this is the battery plate. This is the battery plate for the LPE6. That's the batteries that you use in your Canon. And so there's 2 different ways that you can run a JibOne. You can run it off of AC power, or you can run it by using one of these plates, which allows you to attach LPE6. You can also get the Sony battery, the NP battery mount, as well as the LPE6 mount. So this is just gonna bolt right on the side, 2 batteries, plug that into your AC adapter, and as they say over across the pond, Bob's your uncle. All right, now for the good one. So I'm gonna set this over here. I'm gonna set this over here. And I realized that, man, a black tablecloth is a little problematic for a dusty box. All right, here we go. This is also very satisfying to cut this plastic and open these up. By the way, if you didn't know, all of the products from Edelkrone are made in Turkey. And one of my favorite YouTubers is also from Turkey. And I'm actually pretty impressed with their productivity, with their customer service, left some plastic, and with their overall product build. Everything is just really, really nicely built. Okay, so here we go. It's like opening an Apple box, I'm telling you. It's like this box is airtight. Look at that. Once you get over the top. Now, I'll point out something here. Inside this box, the foam on the top, and this is not thin foam, this is 1/4 inch foam, 1/2 inch maybe. Thick cutout foam, perfectly cut out for all the packages in the box. This is for all your nuts and screws. And so, you know, keeping these boxes to store this in is oftentimes a pretty good idea. I always feel guilty because I make the boxes look all bad, but you know, if you're going to try and store this on the shelf for a little bit between jobs, it makes sense to do that. So let's look at what comes in the documents themselves. And so see, they give you all these little cards. This is your Edelkrone app QR code for Google Play. This is your Get Seen Instagram thing that they put out. Here is your lifetime accident insurance. And let me just tell you that I had a slider one. This is the slider V2 that this camera's on now. And I had a couple of the wheels crack on it. Something got caught in there while it was moving across and it cracked the wheel. And I called them up. They had the wheel to me in a day and replaced it. The other thing that I love about Edelkrone is that if you buy a brand new piece of equipment like this and they have an upgrade, oftentimes they have an upgrade process where they will send you the new equipment, you send back the old equipment, and it costs you nothing to get the new equipment. That's actually how I was able to upgrade the head that we had for work. Before, I had the tall canister head and had a lanky arm that attached to the side, and now it's that small piece that just fits right into my backpack and I'm off and running. So the user manual here, I can show you how that works. It's very interesting. All you have to do on any device, whether it's a iPhone or an Android phone, just open up your camera and you'll see here, it'll scan, it'll give me a Safari web page to go look at, and it'll open that up to the YouTube page and give me all the instructions and all of the information that I need to operate the JibOne, which is just super cool and a touch that many people don't offer for their products. There's been some criticism for Edelkrone, so you know, because they used to not give you any sort of user manual. It was literally just a QR code to the website, and then you would have to go watch all the instructions. But now you do get sort of a step-by-step on how to assemble, how to troubleshoot some of the things that are in there. But very progressive in the way that Edelkrone approaches all this stuff. Very, very cool. So I'm gonna actually set all of these instructions down, and I'll bring this bad boy over to me. Let's see what we got in here. All right, an additional weight. So that's a total of 4 weights that we have that come with this. And I will actually post down here below what the current price is on this. I think they've got a special right now that's running on this. It's like 30% off or something like that. And so here is another counterweight. This one is actually prefabbed in order to connect directly to the slider. You can see the slider attachment here that would work with. So that is the pre-built weight. Not sure what's in this little box, but again, I love the way they build this stuff. You get, oh, this is the extension cable for the shutter cable. So with the Edelkrone products, you can do time lapses, and so this will allow you to control the shutter on your camera from further away. So it's a male to female shutter cable. So I'll put that back in there. And then I will pull out this guy here. Oh, it's gonna be easier said than done. Maybe I'll turn it over and do that. There we go. Again, the foam is really, really nice. Everything is form-fitted, designed to sit down in there. It's even got cutaways here where, you know, this sits a little lower, and so it's their attention to detail. Edelkrone, your attention to detail is amazing. And here is the JibOne. Right now it looks like well, it looks like a hot mess, but let me try and give you an idea of how this works, what this does. So essentially these 2 knobs here will open up and allow you to extend out the actual length of these arms over on this side. So the camera will sit here. This is your motor back here, and the counterweights slide across this bar here without covering the slot, because the slot is what moves back and forth the length of the jib arm. If you're not familiar with what a jib crane does, a jib crane allows your camera to move up and down, keeping the camera level the whole time it's doing it. This one has a special little trick. This knob here that you'll see will allow me to loosen this up, and you'll see that the teeth will start to separate here, and it'll allow me to pivot this, I think, into 6 total positions, including completely vertical. Okay, so I'll set it up like this for a second and walk you through what would happen. This bottom piece right here would be mounted on top of a tripod, and this would swing this way and the camera would swing that way. Now the camera gets mounted onto this plate here, and let me tighten this up, loosen this up. This piece would come off, and you would mount your camera right on the plate. It does have a bubble level. That level is important, so however you set this up, you want your camera to be level, because then as it pans and tilts, that level will stay. If it actually goes forward, this arm is going to articulate back and forth this way, and so it's going to keep the camera, sorry for that sliding, like this the whole time. So as it's up in the air, it would go like this and keep it level as it goes down. So it'll give you a really sweet shot. And you know, most times when you order product, you get stuff that's made out of plastic, and there's like metal and plastic. Everything in this is all metal. The only thing that is occasionally plastic is sometimes just the screws, and sometimes like the neoprene wheels that might be on a slider, but that is it. Everything else is 100% metal, and it's such a good feeling. It's such an amazing thing. Now I'm going to kind of tilt this back this way and walk through again a couple other small things here. Okay, you also have a scale here measuring on top and bottom, so you know how far you are out top and bottom, so you can actually pull this out and know, okay, I'm at 22 there, I need to be at 22 on the bottom, so I'll get that right at 22. Lock that in place, bump this down to 22, lock that in place, and now you have your camera set out that long. So what I'm gonna do on the next video is actually mount this on my Benro aluminum tripod, and I will do a shoot, probably just kind of showing stuff here, or maybe, you know, so show some stuff on the shelves back here, so I can show you a couple of different styles of angles that you can get with this tool. I'm super excited about this, just because of the flexibility that it gives me in shooting. One thing that I can do while we're talking here for a second as I wrap up the video is start to mount the AC adapter or the battery plate. One other thing I did forget to mention, if you look here, there's like a just a screen here. I'm not exactly sure if that's infrared or, like, you know, Bluetooth signal comes out there, but there is a shutter cable hole here, and this is where the DC will go in. If you wanted to get the power cable, you could, and plug it in with the power cable. They sell those separately. So I want to talk for just a second, as I'm mounting this plate, about the app itself. And so I will show you, when we get to using this tool, how the app functions itself. It is ridiculously amazing. So, you know, for example, I can mount the pan and tilt heads to this plate and then mount that to this JibOne, and then it will allow me to get some amazing shots. You know, say for example, I have a product shoot and I want the camera to start out low like this, and I want it to pan up. And as it pans up, I want it to tilt down at the product. I can do all of that with this, and I can do it over and over and over again, which allows me to do some really creative things. And so I'm excited to use this. And while I put on this battery plate, I just want to talk real quick about the app itself. The app itself allows you to go ahead and sync up to any devices that are in the room. So the way this works is I will put a battery onto any device that's in my package, let's say, and I will go ahead and hear beeps. So when you turn on or plug in the batteries into this device, you'll hear beep beep. It'll be powered on, letting you know that it's ready to connect to the app. I would then power on, say, the HeadOne or the HeadPlus or whatever other piece of equipment. And then when I open my app and I hit search, and actually I can probably show you real quickly, just generally how that works, because it's still connected to that camera. So let me go in here to my camera equipment, go to my Edelkrone app, and I will hit start pairing and start. And now what it's doing is looking in the room, in near it, where any devices are, and notice that it was completely dead. It wasn't working, the app was closed, and it's already found that device and is showing me the 2 motions that it's doing, and it's counting down for me how long it's going to take to get there. So you can see 58, 57, 56 seconds. And so just super amazing how all of this stuff works. And so I'm going to show you more about that next time. For now, I'm going to end this. This has already been a very long video. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and being a part of the channel. And do me a favor and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and probably in the next day or so, I'm going to cover a little bit more on the JibOne. Little things that I haven't talked about yet is they've milled holes in here. They have hot shoe mount so that you can put a monitor on there to see what your camera's doing, because it's gonna be farther away from you. That little tiny screen is not gonna be enough. Just all kinds of other cool things you can do with this, and I'm super excited to get working with it and to really play with it. So until next time, thanks for being here, thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great night. Now I have to clean up this mess and figure out where to store it. Yeesh.